When did you buy the house in Rexmont?
There was a house or two between there,
But-
Shannon.
Oh.
No, but she,
Then we went
then we
to,
lived out at West Lebanon, 1290 West Lebanon. Then we lived at RD2 Lebanon, and then we bought the house out at Rexmont, and that was in November of 1965, I
after
think.
Shoemaker threw us out.
He didn't throw us out. We were gonna buy that house, and we decided not to.
How much did you pay for your house in Rexmont?
5,700.
What?
5,700.
$5,700.
That's it?
That's not even today the cost of a new car.
You could only get
That's
a
it,
half a car for that today.
Oh my God.
You could have bought a couple of them.
I
But
was
then at that
only
time, money
making-
was,
What are you gonna ask another question?
Yeah.
I'll tell you how much you made then.
Wait, that's a question.
Oh.
Name all your jobs.
All my jobs I had.
Mm-hmm.
I only had one job at the Bethlehem Steel and that's it. At the
yeah,
mines.
they consisted of,
But then I had part-time jobs afterwards.
Right. Okay, what were your jobs in the mines in the open pit?
I worked in the mines for 2 years as a mucker.
As a what?
Mucker, that's shoveling. Quit your scratching that thing.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay, now what was a whatever you said, a mucker?
It shoveled up the dirt in the track. And the ditches and that.
down in the mines.
Then I got transferred into the Consi.
And
I
what
worked in the Consi for 4 years.
And what did you do there?
All kind of jobs. Different. I learned to run a crane, an overhead crane.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in the center plant. That's where we made ashes,
Ashes.
cinders
Mm.
for iron to make different kind of iron.
Then you worked at Millards.
No, Joanne. Then I went back out to the mines. I worked in underground. And then
Till the
I-
flood.
Huh?
Until the flood of 72.
No, you're going too fast now. That time don't go that fast. Then I got hurt in underground. Some guy named Ginder was on a scraper, flipped the cable when he wasn't supposed to, picked up a chunk, hit me in the back. I was in the hospital for 3 days. Then I was off work for about 6 days. Then I went back to work on light duty. Then I went outside to work in the open pit.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove a little truck there, little dump truck. And then I got to drive the Big Mac. That was a big sucker. I mean, it was a real big one.
Oh, one of them huge ones. Them ukes.
Oh, then, after the flood in '72,
Mhm.
I was transferred up to Steelton. I worked up at Steelton a month, and I said, to hell with this, I ain't driving this far to work every day.
The
Me and
Steelton, in Steelton.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then I came back in layoff. I was laid off for about a week. Then I went into the Millards and worked there till we sold it. And in there, up there, I started out in labor gang, and then I was the skip hoist man, putting stones in the back of the kilns. And then I learned to run an end loader, and it was loading trucks and until the flood came. Not the flood, bankruptcy, the Bethlehem Steel.
Oh.
Then I worked for Jake,
I know.
and I worked in the hospital.
In the hospital.
How's it going?
How do you know I worked for Jake?
What do you mean, how do I know? Because I went with you
When?
He's trying.
when I was little. This is your interview, not mine.
For how long?
I don't remember. Till like first grade or something.
Yeah.
So I went to school all day. What was a safety man?
I wasn't no safety man.
No.
No, what was it? What is it?
Well, what does that have to do with the interview?
I don't, that's what he's asking.
I was the safety man for the union.
And what did you do?
Just take reports, guys' reports when they got hurt and stuff like that.
Unsafe conditions.
Oh. Tell the story of how you wrecked your motorcycle.
It ain't no story. I just,
Well, you had to do something. Were you messing around?
she went to church and I went for a ride on a
And it just
motorcycle.
got done raining.
And
And
there
we
was
went back
little-
through
Little
Rexmont.
stones on the road and where the tar strips were and that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was only going about 30 miles an hour. And I ended up in the hospital for, what was I in there, about 12 days?
Yeah,
12 days. Well, what happened?
yeah,
I had a broken shoulder
and a
and
piece
a
of,
couple broken ribs.
what's that rod that sticks up in from the ground that you ran into that went in your foot?
One of them posts that mark a culvert, and the motorcycle flipped end over end and tore the speedometer off and knocked a hole in the windshield. And 1 week after I came home from the hospital, I rode a motorcycle to Quentin for gas.
How much did you get paid an hour when you first got hired at the Bethlehem Steel?
Probably about $1.50.
That's it?
That's it. Yes. That's why the house only cost $5,700 and it was a lot of money.
Did you get hired because of Grandpa?
It could have helped.
What was Grandpa Shower's nickname and how did he get that?
I don't know.
You don't know his
nickname
nickname?
was Bus.
No.
His nickname was Shit Shores.
Whose was?
Your grandpa.
Okay, wait, how did,
Nobody knows. They don't know the day yet.
what? How he got the nickname Bus?
Yeah.
Or how you got the nickname Shit Showers?
Yeah.
How did you get the nickname Shit Showers?
Because that was my pop's nickname. So I
I
got it.
didn't know that.
That's why they call Les that.
Nobody knows why?
Nope. They can make up a story. But that'd be it.
Were you the only one of your brothers that worked at the mine?
Yeah.
The only one. What did the other ones do?
Johnny, he was in service for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So was Franny.
Franny and Robert worked for Charlie Wensler, I guess.
All right, and that concludes our interview with William and Joanne Chaffers.